Sometimes I sit down and wonder how life were during the days of our fathers, the olden days. I don't know whether the same thing happens to you. You just sit down and reminisce on how life could have been during their days. We are in the age of civilization where we think we've upgraded, and because of that, we think that our forefathers do not possess a level of intelligence that helped them to hold their community and to have a sense of belonging among themselves. But in this video, I'm going to prove you wrong, because we're going to look at how they expressed that their unique intelligence when it comes to childbirth and child naming ceremony. So stay with me to the end of this video. Let us dive right into it. In the olden days, the birth of a child is something that is seen as beyond family events, where the family of the child will just put up an event, to celebrate the birth of that child. So it was seen as something that is spiritual, something that is joyful and deeply respected by the whole community. Unlike today, where it is just the family of the child that will just put up an event to celebrate the birth of that child. So in those days, the whole community is involved in putting up an event to celebrate the coming of a new child in their community. So when a woman gives birth to a child, especially when it is her first time of giving birth to a child, that woman is seen as a person who have just returned from a very powerful spiritual journey. So most of the times, the mother of the woman that gave birth to that child will come around to help her to prepare a healing soup that we call Oda. This soup will help her to recover fast and to also provide strength for her. In a situation where the mother of that woman is not around, an elderly woman who is around will come around and help out, in place of the mother of the woman. The new mother who just gave birth to a child is not expected to stress herself. Rather, she's expected to just rest and bond with the baby. 8 days after the birth of this child, the naming ceremony is being held. For them, this was a big deal. It was a big deal in the whole of the community, because the elders will show up, the neighbors, and everybody, even the uncles, the relatives, everybody in the community will just show up because of this naming ceremony. The child is being introduced to the world, not just as a person, but also as a new member of the community. Prayers are made, libations are poured to the ancestors, because they believe that the child actually came from the ancestors. So they will give thanks to the ancestors and also ask for protection for the baby and pray for the baby's future. Naming a child in Igbo land is not something ordinary. It was not something just random, because every name has a meaning. It depends on the mood surrounding the child's birth, or sometimes they are trying to pass a spiritual message, or the circumstances surrounding the child's birth. For instance, if there were complications during the delivery of that child and God came through, they believe that it was God's hand that was involved in the safe delivery of that child. They could name the child Chinonso, meaning God is name. But if the mood or the emotions surrounding the child's birth has something to do with love, they could name the child Ifunanya, meaning love. And sometimes, because there is this ancestor that they are trying to keep his or her memory because of the good work he or she have done, they could name a child the name of that ancestor in order to keep the memory of that very person alive. So in the situation of naming this very child, everybody who is important in the life of this child is likely to give their own name. The mother will give, the father will give, the elders of the land will give, grandparents and spiritual leaders will also give their own names. And most of the times, the names given to this child is the story of how the child came about and where the child is going, or what the future of the child will look like. So in that very day, music will be played. Music will fill the air using ogene, udu, ekwe. The women will dance, the elders will drink palm wine, while the children will be playing around. Kola nuts will be broken and shared as a symbol of unity and peace. Also, palm wine will be offered to spirits as a way of blessing the child's paths in life. During those days, some families pay attention to the day in which that very child was born, because in Igbo land, it is believed that Eke, Afo, Nkwo, and Ori carries some sort of spiritual meaning. So for example, a child that is born on Nkwo Day can be called Mankwo, linking them to the energy of that day, or the one that is born on Eke Day can be called Mbeke, meaning the child of Eke. But then not every birth is seen as the same. For instance, when a child is born and he or she dies young, and this happens repeatedly in the same family, people believe or see it as an obanje, meaning a spirit child that always comes and goes. So in such situation, a diviner is someone to perform a ritual in order to find what we call Iyuwa, meaning an object that ties the spirit to the physical world. So when that object is being found and destroyed, the spirit might stay for good. Above all, this celebration wasn't just for fun. It was the community way of saying, we see the child, we accept this child, and we are ready to help raise the child. Because in Igbo land, it is believed that one person cannot raise the child. It takes a community to raise a child. So the birth and the naming of a child in Igbo land those days is seen as a powerful moment where a baby is tied to their roots, to their people, and the unseen world around them. Conclusively, in Igbo culture, the birth and naming of a child is beyond just a tradition. It is a beautiful ceremony of life, connection, and hope. So let me know what you have gotten in this video so far. Share your thoughts in the comment section so that you can join the conversation. Don't forget to like this video, share it, hit the subscribe button so that you'll be notified anytime we drop a new video. Thank you for always coming back to watch our videos. My name is Uche and this is Gist TV.